Antarctica, the coldest, driest, windiest continent on Earth. A frozen fortress holding 90% of the world's ice and 70% of its fresh water. For millennia, it has stood as a silent guardian of Earth's climate. But what if it vanished? What if every glacier, every ice shelf, every frozen plateau melted away? This is not science fiction. This is a scientific projection.
Every layer of Antarctic ice is a time capsule. We've drilled down over 2 miles, 800,000 years of Earth's climate history.
Antarctica holds enough ice to raise global sea levels by 58 to 60 meters, nearly 200 feet. If it all melted, coastlines as we know them would cease to exist. Over 600 million people live within 10 meters of current sea level. When Antarctica melts, their homes vanish, entire countries erased from the map. It's not a switch, it's a cascade. Warming oceans eat away at the base of ice shelves, making them unstable. Once they collapse, inland glaciers accelerate into the sea.
It's not a switch, it's a cascade. Warming oceans eat away at the base of ice shelves.
The West Antarctic ice sheet is especially vulnerable. Resting on bedrock below sea level, scientists call this marine ice sheet instability. Once triggered, retreat could continue for centuries. We're already seeing it.
Thwaites is losing 50 billion tons of ice per year. Pine Island Glacier is thinning rapidly.
These aren't anomalies, they're harbingers. But sea level rise is just the beginning. The loss of Antarctica's ice triggers a chain reaction. The AMOC, the system that carries heat from the tropics to the North Atlantic, could weaken or collapse. Antarctic meltwater is cold and fresh. When it floods the Southern Ocean, it disrupts global ocean circulation.
The AMOC could weaken or collapse. That means colder Europe, more intense storms, and disrupted monsoons.
Agriculture collapses, food shortages spread, millions are displaced not just by rising seas, but by failing rains and scorched earth.
We're not just losing ice. We're unraveling the climate system that has allowed human civilization to thrive.
The chain reaction amplifies across food, weather, migration, and economy. What would Antarctica look like without ice? Barren, exposed, a land of jagged peaks, deep fjords, and volcanic activity. Species like emperor penguins depend on sea ice for breeding. No ice, no chicks.
Adelie penguins, krill, seals, entire food chains collapse.
Some plants might colonize the soil, but the ecosystem, it would be unrecognizable. The world loses its greatest reflector of sunlight. Dark rock and ocean absorb heat.
Antarctica becomes a graveyard of what once was.
Accelerating global warming in a vicious feedback loop. Complete melting of Antarctica won't happen overnight. Even under worst-case scenarios, it would take centuries. But the process is already underway, and once certain thresholds are crossed, there's no turning back.
We still have time to prevent the worst. If we cut emissions now, if we protect the ice shelves, if we respect the science, we can slow this down.
Every fraction of a degree matters. Every ton of CO2 avoided is a mile of coastline saved. Antarctica is not just a continent, it's a mirror. It shows us the power of nature and the consequences of our choices. Because when the ice dies, the world changes forever.